Hey, Fitzy here, back at it with another one. Got a Fox body Mustang here. Used to have a gas tank door. Stick around, I'll show how I did it. As you can see, typical gas tank door. Problem with it is, if you look in here, it's not being used anymore. It's just an empty space because this is a race car. Some fellas would leave it there, and some would probably make up a piece that'll fit in here and weld that in, leave all the structure in here. Some people cut it out and then try to weld a piece in there and whatnot. I did a video on installing a gas tank door, and now I'm going to remove one. So we're going to remove the gas tank door here. Very simple. I'm not going to get too carried away with it. I have over here, I have the rough skin. I've had this rough skin, done a project with it already. I'm going to cut a section out of this now and get it ready and put it in this Mustang here. All right. So let's get started. All right, all I got done is I went over and I measured up the gas tank door. It was about 8 inches by about 9 inches. Again, I'm never fussy on it. I just make sure I cut it bigger. And I just marked out a couple of spots on this panel. Using this panel again, it's a crown panel. The quarter panel is crown. So I'm just going to reuse this here. So I'm just going to cut that piece out now. Now we're back over here to the car. As you can see, it just overlaps. It lays like that. Now if you look at this panel here, it's not exactly fitting perfect. So I'm going to just bend it a small bit with my hands. So I'm happy with it, the lay on there. It's a pretty good fit there now. Yeah. Now all I'm going to do is there's a body line. I'm going to leave that there. There we go. I have that laid in place, and all I've got done is just come up high enough off the gas tank door so I'm not going to be getting into it, and it's past it here. I'll show you when I marks it now. You'll see where I'm going to be cleaning it up, but I'm just overlapping it. I've done this many times before. My markers are dead. They don't want to seem to work very well. As you can see, nothing fancy. I'm just over a couple of inches there, 3/4 of an inch there, up there. I'm away from that filler neck thing there. I'm back in the panel. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean all this up. Now, we got that all cleaned up. This is all ready to go. As you can see, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to overlap like that, and I'm going to tack weld that on in place. Nothing fancy. Work your way around. Now it's all tacked in place. It's a nice solid panel. So now I'm going to start doing, like I did before, I'm going to start on a corner. I'm going to cut the corner and start lowering this back. Now, as you can see, I got a cut along here, and you can see it. Now, if you look down across this way here, you can see that it is overlapped here, but as it comes over here now, it's gone flush. Huh? So I'll just start tack welding that across and then cut a little bit more. The key to this process is not to go too far, a little bit at a time. This is something you probably could do. You can also do the same process on a hot rod, 40s car, had a gas tank door or anything in it, or some 30s trucks had a gas tank door on the outside, and you're probably putting a later model one on it. Caught the corner and the corner fell down. Okay, I'm going to come back here now and go down this side. You can see I'm passing over where I got that to. Right, all that's flush there now. It's nothing fancy, just I used this panel here because I had it here. It already had a crown on it, so I was going to make it nice and stiff. Like you can do this with a regular piece of tin, flat stock steel, but the problem you'll run into is that it'll probably be oil canny in the middle because it's not a crown panel. So like if you were making this panel from scratch, it'd be nice to run it through an English wheel to try to bring a little bit of crown to it, just so it gives a strength in the middle. That's one of the advantages of using old panels off a roof, because the crown is already there and you haven't got to worry about doing anything in English wheel. Right there, I went and this panel's not in far enough, so just cut it again. Cut it out. Now it's all flush mounted. I got everything cut all the way around, tack weld it in place. Let's see how hard it is to get this out of here now. Now you can use that on another project you wish to. But there's the gas tank door, everything's still structured, everything's still together, and now that panel's put in there. So I'm going to go ahead now and start tack welding this all together. I'm going to weld it every inch and just tack it along, and just keep going around, make sure it's nice and cold, touch it with your hand. Now I got it all welded up, and they're all evenly spaced. All I'm going to do now, come in here and I'll weld a spot there, spot there, spot there, spot there, spot there, and work my way around. Slow process. Key to it is, you can see my bare hand is touching this, and it's touching it because that's my heat monitor. If the panel is too hot to touch, don't weld it. Cool it down, I'll get the ear hose on it, and do that. It's a small section here, so the heat's going to travel like this on this panel. So right in here is going to want to stay hot. So this is going to want to pull away from you or come out. Most times it'll want to pull away from you. So you got to keep all this area cool. here I've after welding a couple of spots now, and I've after blown through. Don't go going back, just keep moving on. Leave the blow through hole alone. I start putting any more heat in there, I'm going to warp everything up. So just keep moving on. Don't be concerned about it, come back to us. Right here, now you might want to say, well, I'll just keep going. But I'm going to have a hand on that now, and I can still feel the heat in it. So, I'm going to cool it all down. Now I can rub my hand over that. It's all nice and cool. The metal is back to its original temperature. And I'll start all over again. As you can tell, each time I do this, I'm still an inch apart. And cool it again. This is your first time viewing my channel. Have a look around. I have a lot of metal fabrication tips and tricks. I'm on Instagram, Bitsy's Fabrications, Facebook, Bitsy's Fabrications. I enjoy seeing a lot of people's projects, what they're doing. Good feeling knowing that I'm out there helping somebody with their project. One of the main reasons why I do this. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Some of you guys out there been at this a long time. You may have tips of your own. Ones that are better than mine, you can teach me something. I read all the comments. I'm getting ahead of myself. And you're there saying, Tony, cool that off. It can be pretty boring watching someone welding. We're close to the end now. That's the first of it. look over it as you're going around it, and you might see a spot you missed. There you have it, all welded in. Someone have asked about the welding on the inside. The penetration has gone right through. It's actually welded on the inside here, like I never done it. It's just that the where slider metal is after penetrating through. There's a few spots I missed. I'll get them now after I grind it. But that's basically what you got on the inside. If you want to, you can come in here and you can probably run a bead along here if you want to, but I'm not going to bother because there's good penetration there. There it is, all welded up. Okay. There we go, way here. Alright, time to grind it off. I got them Walter Flex cuts again. I'm going to show you them there now. Part number still on this one. I've got this wrong so many times. Here it is there. 15-L 506. I'm after saying every other number but the number that's on it. This one's is getting worn down now. So anyway, let's grind it up. Same process as when you're welding. As you can see, I never took it all down at once. I just worked my way around, knocked the head off it. You can warp it just as much doing it that way. Now I got it all knocked down to a point where it's getting close, and all I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish it off. I like using these big old grinder I got forever, and all I'm going to do now is dress up these welds to see what's going to have to be redone again. That's a 24 grit disc I got on that. It's probably a bit coarse for some people. Some people like 36 or something even like 80. Right? I've used flap wheels. I can't seem to find a reasonable flap wheel that lasts long, that's at a reasonable price. Up here we pay $12–15 for one flap wheel, and it doesn't seem to last long for me. Anyway, let's get this grinded up. Got my air grinder, 24 cut down. Use a lot of different abrasives for doing the metal work. Some stuff is better for others. Usually a lot of times you got to do with the feet, 3 or 2, corners, and whatnot. But I got her done now to the point where I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-weld up a few spots. Got some here that we're done, a couple spots down here. Well, all of them. Okay, I went ahead and I grinded up everything. And now I've gone back again, now that after welding up a few spots again. You may have to weld it up 2–3 times sometimes to get it all. The biggest thing is just concentrate on your welding area, watch the metal around it. You can't go grinding off too much around it because you'll end up making a theme, which is obvious. So I'm going to grind that up there now. Okay, I grinded it up, I welded it up, I grinded it up. Happy with it there now. That's another one done. Hope the tips are good and you enjoyed it. And until next time. Hello, Peanut.